Okay, as you know, I reviewed a lot of plastic recorders except for the Angels. I bought an Angel, it's a Korean brand, but it has a German fingering, so I gave it back. And I want to speak about the fact that plastic recorders are quite underrated. There is a bias because plastic in our mind is cheap things, and the good quality is always either metal or wood. Mm, yes, but we have to see the big picture. We don't live in a world where, okay, plastic or wood. Yes, but you have to pay for the wooden ones. It's not that you get them for the same price. Second thing, uh, so why should I buy so many plastic recorders that are made basically, except for the Echo Deer by Yamaha, which is slightly different in tone. Obviously, if you read their pages on the web, they overblow the quality of this new material that is, it's not a game changer. We're speaking about instruments that are for the most part made of ABS, which is a resin, a kind of plastic material. I have a clarinet made of another material that is quite heavy, quite different material, but most of recorders are made of ABS. We don't have, uh, for the time being, uh, as I said, a game changer plastic material that is cheap and maybe a little bit more expensive and much more better sounding. Having said that, um, we we don't play instruments where the embouchure um, is so important to determine the final sound of an instrument. I don't say that you cannot influence the sound. The way you put your tongue in your mouth, how wide your jaw is down. The, there are, I speak about embouchure. We can influence the sound, obviously, by the way we push the air. Okay? The flux of the air, the airflow is constant, and then there's a lot of articulation stuff on the recorder. We can have different fingerings, articulation, the way we use our tongue or don't use. So, but basically, it's not like the flute, the trumpet, or the saxophone. That's why and that's one of the problems with the recorder, because when we blow hard, the instrument gets sharp, and when you underblow, the instrument gets flat. So it's a quite tricky instrument. So what do we have? Um, Basically, a lot of the sound of the record is determined by the head joint, by the wind way, the edge here, the wind here, how wide the wind is, and I already spoke about that, but that's very important. If the wind way is arched, how thin it is, even how long the beak is. Obviously, the diameter of this, how wide or not wide the bore is. Uh, More expensive, I have some plastic recorder when they have another circle here, and that means they use another piece of plastic to make what is undercut. So the hole is just a little bit like this from where the air flows, and that is considered a good thing. Even the town hall sometimes it has this. So even plastic recorders have some features, can be more expensive, less expensive. Yeah, they change not so much, okay, but they change. You know, a change here, a change there, a change there. The whole thing can effectively change in a noticeable way the sound of the recorder. Ergonomics are recorders. Mainly this is for the tenor, are more ergonomics, but that is to the detriment of the right place where the hole should be sometimes. Or you have a key. There's a lot of things to be considered. Another thing, having several recorders make us develop an ear, a taste for the sound of the recorder. We couldn't do that with a lot of wooden recorders. But once you have your plastic recorder that suits you, you could go to a store, a shop, if you have, and say, what is the wooden recorder that is more similar to this? The windway, the gauge, even how wide the ending here is, the hole at the end. Obviously, we don't have so much choice about the material like when you get a wooden recorder, so you have that is changes the sound. I think that the construction is the main factor rather than the material, the way it's built. That's why many plastic recorder sounds, all of them sounds different. All of them sound different because the make is the most important thing. And you have this plastic recorder, since they are industrially made, are reliable instruments. That means that if you want to have a wooden recorder that is like this, you should pay a lot, because that involves man actually building the instrument. Obviously there are machines help. It's not everything by hand, so you have instruments that make this, the note here, the note here. For the most part, if you get a Merck Mollenauer, they use machines. It's nothing wrong with that. They save time, they save energy of the actual person. So I'm not against a machine if they can reproduce exactly what a person does. That enables us to have the instruments, even wooden instruments, that have a reasonable price, that are reasonably priced. But since we cannot affect so much the sound with our embouchure like most other wind instrument, we need several. They should also make a body with several head joints. That's a good idea. Okay, or yes, but they don't do it. Other things, okay, is you can throw on the sofa, you play, and it's not like a wooden recorder. I have my wooden recorder. I tend not to play so much, the expensive one. You need to oil them. They can crack, or they can warp. Obviously, I noticed that even with the years, I have my old recorder and the plastic from this white get a bit yellowish. I don't know what happens to the plastic if this time changes everything, even plastic. And the fact that we play it and we blow inside and there is a spit and condensation, don't think it is eternal. But for the most part, after 15 years, there's not, I don't see signs of wear and tear on recorder, even if they're so inexpensive as opposed to wood. I'm speaking about good, medium priced. Don't buy bullshit just because it's wood. I personally can't get the most out of plastic recorders. I see tell you the truth, I say what I think. Concerning wood, except for Benoit Sauvé, which is a very good recorder player who plays plastic records. A lot of people think that cannot get the most out of plastic recorder because, like anything, if you played it a lot, you know how they behave. And if I had to play live, I would use some wood recorders, plastic recorders. Why? Because I'm more used to them. And to me, but that's personal, they're more reliable. I don't have to think, okay, I'm using a lot, and I'm kind of destroying the instrument with a lot of playing. I like the fact that nowadays, you see, I have them. They are yellow. They reproduce the color of wood, the grain of the wood. I have one Yamaha which is under the fingers, has a texture like wood. Not all of them are shiny and bright. You can afford bass recorder, which I wouldn't if it were. It's only, sorry. So you get to know the instrument playing. All in all, I don't find the sound of plastic recorders so bad. Okay? No, not so much. That's why I keep on playing plastic recorders. Okay, in the last video I played. First of all, I don't have so many. I don't have anything against wood. I bought recently Waldorf soprano. I don't invest a lot because I play also other instruments, and I'm going to get another flute because I needed to play. I want to get I have my own band where I play both the recorder and the flute. Okay, because we are in Italy, people are stupid and they don't accept the recorder like as a bona fide instrument, a real true blue musical instrument. But that's a big problem. I decided, okay, should I face head on those stupid people, or should get around this bias and play my. First of all, I played the flute for when I was very young for 2 years. I started on recorder. After 2 years I played the flute, and I played the flute for at least 3 years. Then I fell in love with the clarinet. I played Dixon. It's a long story. But now in my older age I pick up the thing I used to do when I was younger, when I was very young. You want to have fun. This was me. This is in the. There was the Argentinian championship in Argentina. This was me. Sorry, that's me. I was 16, and that was my teacher. I had last time I had how I was very young. First a Ludwig and Yamaha. Too bad my teacher died. Oh, it would be 90 now. Okay, you can see there's Italian flag, the red of the Italian flag, because when there are soccer championship, they hang those flags on the from on the balconies. So I played you can see that the shirt and the thing is very 80s with a, yeah. That was summer. Then when, and I'll show another video when I was a soldier. I have pictures in the military band when I played the clarinet. Okay, so you know a little bit of my story. So the actually I started on a vinyl recorder show floated by. I have another one I bought because we started on with using German fingering. Our teacher was actually, she was English British. It was so much fun because she used to speak Italian with a thick British accent. And she made mistakes, and we started having the giggles, so we couldn't face each other. Oh God, I'm so. It was a different period of Italy, of the world. We didn't have a computer, we didn't have anything. But there was no pandemics, all this green craze or the whatever. Life was easier, you know. I remember he has like this with the tapes, and he played music there with the backing tracks, and he had a piano. Sometimes he played also the violin. Actually, he played the saxophone. At the time, I didn't have a saxophone. I played a lot of saxophone in the past, but I don't play the recorder because, yeah, I really like it. There's something magical about the recorder. That the flute doesn't give me, but I play the flute. I started some months ago, pick up the flute after a decade I haven't played. I didn't play the flute I hadn't played the flute for almost 10 years, I think, regularly. So now I have all my recorders that I need, and I'm getting a flute because I never had a flute with the descending to the B, the foot joint, and with open keys. Okay, that's so you know me better. I don't speak about my personal life because I'm nothing. I'm nobody, and nobody should be interested in other than my musical history and musical stories. Goodbye, thanks for watching.